cable pull through. Now, when performing this exercise, we're going to be using the rope attachment. It's really straightforward movement. You just want to make sure that the cable machine is set at about knee level or sort of mid-thigh. If it's too high up, then the chain is just going to get caught between your thighs and it's just going to make for an uncomfortable movement. Now, the main thing we're working on with this movement is moving through the pelvis and really moving through the hips, keeping the weight on the heels and learning how to hinge and tip forward and then bring the hips through and squeezing. Something to keep in mind when performing this exercise is you really want to make sure your arms are staying straight. The arms aren't doing any of the work. All the movement is coming from your hips. So, got your set up. You're going to step out forward. The weight's going to be between your thighs. Hands are going to be on the end of the hands are going to be on the end of the rope. Slight bend the knees. Feet are going to be hip width apart. Slight bend the knees, and then you're going to hinge back, tipping forward. You should feel a good stretch through your hamstrings, and then you're going to thrust and bring the hips through. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, 5. Now, some things to keep in mind when performing this exercise. You should feel it predominantly through the glutes and the hamstrings. If you're not feeling that stretch through the hamstrings, you might be bending your legs too much during the movement. Again, there's only a small bend in the knee, and then the rest of the movement comes through the hips as you tip forward and as your hips go back. So those are some things to keep in mind. Other than that, you should feel the weight predominantly through your heels, feet about hip width or just a bit wider, and arms are always straight. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward.